In terms of numbers, there's a very clear trend. If you look at the landscape about 10 years ago, you had a few dozen, maybe somewhere close to 100 across the globe that were reporting. Those were really the pioneers. And the trend has been consistently upward, even throughout the financial crisis of the last few years. So I think that's a pretty strong sign that the practice is becoming entrenched. In terms of the quality and the practices, I mean, it's a young field.
Right.
But in the end, quality comes down to the genuineness with which a company wants to report.
If you look at the GRI guidelines, they're pretty daunting. I mean, there's a big, long checklist. I would think it'd be very easy for a company, particularly if they're doing this for the first time, look at that and say, this is too difficult, I can't do this. What's your advice to a company that's trying this for the first time?
Be realistic. Don't compare yourself to reports that you may have seen that have been prepared by companies that are on their fifth or their 10th report, because obviously they're going to be in a better position to cover all the bases, to cover more indicators. So be realistic, don't aim too high the first time around, I would say. And the GRI, the basic requirement of the GRI is to cover 10 indicators. One of which has to come from each of the environmental, social, and economic categories. I'd submit to you that most companies are in a position to do that.
What kind of things do you find that companies commonly find or learn that shows up in a second or third report that maybe wasn't in a first report?
I think you'll find broader coverage of indicators. I think you'll find probably higher quality of the data, simply because it takes some time sometimes to put the data collection.